We're all about the Archers. I'm Philippa.
And I'm Katie.
And we are here to talk to you all about what's happened this week, especially tonight. We will be talking about the episodes on Sunday, the 1st of September, Monday the 2nd. And tonight, Tuesday, the 3rd of September, there will be spoilers. You have been warned. Katie, oh my goodness. What did you think?
I am so excited. I'm giddy. I was sitting here listening just before we came on, and as soon as Joy started to talk to Susan, I was like,
yes, go
and
on,
then it just kept going, and I was punching the air. I was like, come on. And then we had Adam and Ian talking. I was like, shut up, come on, just move on. I don't care about that bit. Let's go back to Susan and Neil. Come on. So yeah, wow. I'm giddy.
I mean, the minute the announcer said to it's Xander's first day at school, I was like, right, I'm here for it. There's going to be something happening. But I didn't know it was going to be Agatha Christie Joy. Yes.
Oh, she just gets better and better, doesn't she? Come on, Joy. You're amazing.
And
Love
we could
her.
hear Susan immediately, cogs turning,
Definitely.
realising what was going on. And with Neil, when she talked to Neil saying, oh, he doesn't even like fruit cider. He just has to remember George's reaction when he bought the fruit cider after the accident. And that's why he's no longer into it. I wasn't expecting it tonight, were you?
No, well, Lauren did say it was good. I think Lauren's script writing, to be perfectly honest. But Lauren did say that it was going to come out. She thought that Emma was going to crack, but she did say it was going to come out. So, Lauren,
by today,
can you just,
yes.
Can you just tell us if you're kind of doing the extra script writing on the side? We had biscuit chat. There's been all these other things. I think Lauren's writing for the Archers, personally.
Yes. And I think that there has to be some sort of game for how many times they could mention the word roulade tonight. Because if I'd had my wine open and was taking a gulp every time they said roulade, I would not be able to record this podcast. I think 7 times they said the word roulade tonight.
Yeah, they have like a little key word every so often. It was pineapple last week, wasn't it? So they have this key food item. We've got to keep saying it. It's obviously not selling. The country's kind of got too many roulades in the country this week. So let's sell roulades. And they're just trying to get everyone to buy it. I don't know.
Because Sunday everyone seemed to be filling up their water bottle. Yesterday was litter. Good grief, we'll get onto that. And today, roulade and fruit cider. So,
absolutely.
What do you think is going to happen next then? I mean, I know we've got our predictions later on, but what do you think happened sort of the minutes after we stopped listening? What would Neil and Susan be saying?
Well, I love the fact that Susan said something doesn't feel right. She's doubting everything instantly. It's not just maybe George gave Alice a bottle at some point or whatever. Instantly it's something doesn't feel right, because she knows how George has been, she knows how Emma's been. I mean, Clive's around, why is he around? And is it just gonna make her question everything? I want to know who she's gonna talk to. Is she gonna talk to Emma, or is she just gonna confront George? I don't know which way it's gonna go, because she'll talk to someone, or maybe she'll go to Ed, because Ed doesn't know anything yet, which is interesting.
Good call. I'm inclined to think she'd go to Emma, and I'm inclined to think Neil almost at the same time would go to George. Because
Neil doesn't particularly like George, does he? He knows there's something off. Not necessarily doesn't like him, but he knows there's something off about him at times.
Yeah, I think he's a firm grandparent, and he sort of sees how maybe George gets away with stuff with other members of the family, so he feels obliged to be the firm one, and he's seen George firsthand at Borough Farm not behaving himself. So and Clive of course has tipped Neil off that he's going to find something out, and maybe that's been ticking round in his mind. Oh my goodness,
just
the Archers
so much.
are just round of applause.
Absolutely, so exciting. By the way, do we know when the court date is? Have they said? They've not said a date yet, have they?
No, not to my knowledge. No, I'm presuming before Christmas.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to put it in my diary.
Yeah,
make sure I'm free.
Better not be Christmas Day. That's all we can say.
Or a Saturday. Can you imagine? Are the court dates set for a Saturday? There'll be uproar.
Yeah, I mean, there have been some emergency courts, but gosh, we might have to have a special Friday episode if there's the court case.
Yes, exciting.
The minute I heard talk of fruit cider, I mean, first of all, there was the talk of the vodka, and then when Susan mentioned the fruit cider, I was just thinking, oh, Joy, come on. So,
yeah.
Extraordinary. Apart from that, today we had Xander's first day at school.
It was really dull. Because I was just like, why are they kind of focusing so much on it? I mean, I don't have kids and I'm not interested in having children. So first day of school, really don't care kind of thing. Yeah, they look cute. Yeah, whatever. My Facebook timeline's full of everyone posting pictures. But yeah, that bit is not very interesting to me at all. But then, because I was a bit like, this is going to be a really boring episode. I don't know what we're going to talk about. And then this happens. So, yeah, we needed the boring just to sort out my heart rate, I think.
Yeah, just a few observations on Xander's first day. Clearly, he was glad to be shot of Ian and Adam. He was straight off. The most aggressive whistle blowing going on in that playground I've ever heard.
And right next to the parents. Didn't seem to be in the playground, it was here.
Am I right in thinking a woman thought Adam was Xander's grandfather?
Yes. I don't think he looks that much older, does he?
Wow.
That's harsh.
Yes. Okay, any other fays and flops this week?
The idea of a watermelon ice lolly was a bit of a flop because I really hate watermelon flavoured stuff. That's just a bit of a random bit, but yeah. My faves, I love the thought of Will making Mia a mug to take to uni. I thought that was so cute. I'd love to see what that looked like.
Yeah, I wondered if it leaks, so she'll just put her pencils in it.
Yeah, toothbrush.
Yes. It's not going to be good. Definitely not dishwasher proof.
No, definitely not. Yeah, that was proper cute. I also loved Harrison's cricket excitement. When they won, you could just hear him in the background. It was like he was running around the field, just kind of shouting and chanting. I imagined him with his T-shirt over his head, just like, yeah. He was having a great time. He was very happy. And the only bit to do with Clive that made me laugh was the whole thing, I think it was towards the end of last week, where it was the sign that was a sign, where he'd been hit by a metal sign. I just thought that was brilliant because he kept saying there's a sign. It was a sign. Yeah. I just thought that was brilliant. That was his near-death experience.
Honestly. But, I mean, on Sunday when George saved the day again, I'd written, the higher he goes, the higher he'll fall. And, it's amazing how they raise him higher and higher and higher so that... Yeah,
it's brilliant.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the sports. I much prefer the Ambridge pantomime, whereas I'm sure some people prefer the sports and not the pantomime. But yeah, like you said, even I was caught up in Harrison's excitement of them winning Division 5. I didn't know there was a Division 5 in cricket, but hey, they are the champions of Division 5. We heard that Mia is hoping for a Riverview with her student accommodation when she's off to university. My daughter's going back at the end of this month and her accommodation still hasn't been finished being built yet. So Mia sounds in a better place than my poor daughter. Yes. But what do you think about Mia and Brad and the separation?
I really like the contrast, kind of her going away and doing uni and him staying home and doing uni, and it's just kind of how he's looking at her going away. And it's a long way to go up to Newcastle when you're in the Midlands. It's not nearby to pop to. I hope he doesn't kind of pine and not do anything and not live his uni life while she's away, and vice versa. I don't think she will. She'll have a great time. She's really looking forward to it. But yeah, I hope Brad does too, because he's a wonderful little nerd and he deserves to find his little clan of people and have fun.
Yeah, find his tribe and be happy. Yeah, I hope so. I really do.
I feel like he'd go and do Dungeons and Dragons and just have the best time.
Yeah, and good for him. Why not?
Yes, definitely.
We heard, I think for the first time ever, Joy and Ruth acknowledging that they actually come from Newcastle, both of them, and having a conversation about it.
I thought that was really cute when she said she was going to Newcastle instantly. She just happened to be speaking to them too. And I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, they were like, oh, you'll have a lovely time.
And this nightclub, of all the names that you could have for a nightclub, Julie's.
Sounds wonderful. Sticky floors. It would definitely have sticky floors. It would be like 25 vodka Red Bulls for £1 or something. You can picture it.
It wasn't a name I would have immediately associated with a nightclub of epic proportions, but it was, and Julie's was there, and sadly no more. I mean, that's sad.
Shame.
Probably been rebranded, but there we go. Any flops?
The litter. It's got to be going somewhere. It can't be just a public service, don't drop litter. There's got to be something. And skipping forward to a plot prediction, I'm just wondering, I don't know what, but I feel like something's going to be found in a pile of litter. I don't know. When they're clearing up, just something. I can't remember if there's anything to do with Rob that was thrown out, because Jack's now heading it. I don't know whether they're going to find something that's been in a pile of rubbish somewhere because the bins are full and so everything's overflowed and it's under something, or I don't know. I feel like it's got to go somewhere. It's probably not going to, but I feel like surely it's got to go somewhere, and it's not just please don't drop litter, because
that's a good
really
call.
boring.
That if it was something about Rob, because yes, you mentioned Jack. Can we just talk about Jack? I'm very worried about this child. He's 8 years old. He likes elderflower cordial. He gets upset when there aren't recycling bins to use. He has come up with the idea of coloured bins and a poster competition, and he wants to lead the campaign.
Yeah.
Is he one of those boys that has no friends at school? And he's 8. This isn't
so.
Yeah,
that's very young to be doing that. I get it if he was a bit older and maybe kind of getting a bit more aware of that kind of stuff. But at 8, really? Yeah, it's bizarre. There's got to be a reason Jack's doing it. And
to
the
get
fact
out of
that...
the house, not be with Helen, his mother.
He'd rather go through rubbish than sit at home with Helen.
Oh, wow, dear.
Yeah, there's got to be something. So, I don't know. Spidey senses are tingling on that one.
Has Clive really disappeared, do you think?
No, definitely not. No, something really bad's going to happen. And I don't know. I've got a horrible feeling something really bad is going to happen to one of the main Horrobins, or I don't know, Grundys or Horrobins, I don't know. I feel like something's going to happen and he's at the end of it, and I don't know if he's going to dig something up. I don't know if something's going to happen to Bert, because he keeps going on about seeing his dad, and because at first when he was saying, oh yeah, Bert's sleeping really peacefully and everything, I was like, has he killed him? Immediately I'd kind of gone to that extreme. So yeah, I don't trust him. I wasn't listening when he came in or when he was there, but already I don't trust him. I feel like everything's going to go wrong.
I'm worried now. It's going to be a house of Horrobin. We're going to have awful calamities. We should just mention foods. Sorry, Quentin, before we get on to Star of the Week. Principally, it consists of roulade. But anyway, ice lolly, watermelon ice lolly, box of luxury biscuits. Yes, joy. Biscuits roulade, peach and raspberry roulade, tea roulade, angel delight roulade, roulade.
All the roulades. Yes.
I do feel, I'm sure I'm wrong, but I do feel when they put biscuits now in the script, they are doing it purely for our benefit, and I'm very grateful.
I think so.
I think every time we hear biscuit, we need to eat one.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm up for that.
So, Katie, who's your star of the week?
Well, until tonight, because I think we know who tonight's going to be. So, Joy is just Joy. So, Neil was my star of the week, just because of how he spoke to Clive and how he reacted with Clive being around. Yeah, I really liked him at that point. So yeah, Neil was mine until Joy pushed him off the pedestal. Sorry. Yours?
Definitely not Jack, that's for sure. He needs some therapy. Mine was joy, purely because of the luxury biscuits, but now because of the fruit cider spotting. So yeah, double joy. Any predictions?
Yeah, I've got Clive only gets worse before getting better, and how worse? Question mark. Clive turns to petty litter crime because they were talking about all the litter. He suddenly just stands in front of Joy and just drops a crisp packet, and then stands in front of Ruth and throws a fag packet or something. I just thought that was brilliant. And then because of the whole Susan and Joy chat about Clive and how families sometimes have a wrong and or there's something always in the background of families and stuff, is she going to open up about Rochelle to Susan? Is something going to happen there? Don't know.
Wow.
Feel like something could happen there. Yeah.
That's exciting.
And then another one. I'm on a roll. I'm buzzing after tonight. Sorry. Do Adam and Ian get a negative response as being two dads in a playground?
Oh.
I know. I feel like Ian is so excited about Xander going to school and everything's all, this is great. What's this? I'm going to start this group. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I really hope it doesn't happen. But is it going to be a bit of a why Xander got two dads? And I really hope it's not. And I hope I'm very, very wrong about that. But yeah, I feel like they're very excited and up about it. And is someone going to dash that?
Sad face.
I know.
I've got a few, but I'll try and be brief. The first one is that Jack will apply to join the town council. That's his next thing. Emma will use her English GCSE to defend George as his solicitor. My ring doorbell's just gone on, so I'll just say that again. Emma uses her English GCSE to defend George as his solicitor. I think Mia and Brad are destined to be together, but I think she's going to dump him at uni and then they'll get back later. And I think Ian's going to become school governor.
Yes. Let's go with that one. Yeah, that's a nicer one.
Those are my predictions. But this Saturday, we have got a wonderful interview. It's done, it's recorded, with the fabulous Alison Dowling, who plays Elizabeth Pargeter. Very exciting. She was lovely to talk to. So that's coming out this Saturday. I'll be back on Tuesday with Quentin. Until then, it's a goodbye from me.
And a ta-ra from me.
Bye-bye, everyone.